Hey, sweet peaches. I got this from Court Listener. On February 19th, 2025, order taking under advisement 75 letter motion for discovery. The parties are directed to meet and confer and report back to the court by Monday, February 24th, 2025, whether the court can deny the motion as moot or whether any dispute remains for the court's decision. The lively parties shall not move to enforce the subpoenas while the motion is pending. Hereby ordered by Judge Louis J. Lyman. Text only order. And this was in reference to the motion for discovery concerning the subpoenas. Hello, my lovely peaches. How are you? Let me get my cool cursor. There we go. So, I just wanted to say late last night or like early this morning at I think it was 3 a.m., I dropped a video that I had just made. I was waiting and waiting for Blake's amended complaint to drop, and then I forgot that because I'm in the East Coast and well, I thought she was New York. So, but anyway, somehow I guess that she was in a different time zone dropping the complaint. And so at midnight my time, I'm like, oh my God, it's over. And I posted the video and I called it, Did Blake drop everything by dropping nothing? And then I fucking posted it and immediately see she dropped something at like 2:15 a.m. So I pulled the video off. I made a quick intro saying, oh my God, she dropped it. And I'm going to look at it today. So now, oh, and then of course, somebody, Lauren, started reading it. And I ended up staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning. So here's my website, my cute, adorable website that I love so much. And it's catlovedreamingpeach.com. It's in almost all my videos. It is in all my videos. It's linked in every video. So I took the website. I took the complaint. You can also get memberships on my channel now. So I have this tab called T, and here I have some links. So I have the text messages where she responds and ends up saying she's Khaleesi. I've got his text messages, his first complaint. Okay, and then I've dropped. So I saved the PDF. It's 141 pages. I hope this is the right one, motherfucker. 21825. So what I want to do in this video is not read all this crap. Everybody and their grandma are going to be reading it. I actually just want to scroll ahead and read only actual evidence, like screenshots of text messages, letters. Okay, so this is the 17-point list that they had presented, 30-point list. So maybe I'll read that at some point. But what I'm really looking for is show me this. Okay, bitch. Show me the receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, fucking everything. That's what I want to see. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for your narrative. I'm not looking for your fucked up perspective of some twisted reality where Blake believes that she's so highly desirable. Everything. I mean, the thing that I can get out of this, I did listen to quite a few hours, is that she clearly sees herself as some kind of utterly irresistible. Okay, so this is the bottom of page 15. I'm trying to zoom in here. Let's go back to, sorry if it's like making you dizzy because I'm scrolling so fast. Page 12 on the thing, but it's actually page 15. Okay, so I just want to read, well, I was trying to zoom in. See if I can zoom in more. It's really not letting me zoom in anymore. Morning, I think this is from Justin. Not in love with the document they sent. Not sure I'm feeling the protection I felt in on the call. This is the first time I've personally gone through scenario planning with them. So I think it isn't let them discuss. So I think let's let them discuss the thinking behind the document and the actual process and protocol of how they implement these things. That's the most important part of this, is how quickly they can shut things down and place stories in your favor. Be honest on this call and let's give real feedback to each point. Yeah, just feels very much like there is not much defense, and also them feeling strong, like she's going to do something, just a bit concerning what everyone had originally thought. Yeah, and he'd every right. So to me, this only proves you guys were fucking up, Blake. Okay, so this is from Jennifer A. Bell to Melissa Nathan on February 8th, 2024, a year and 11 days ago. You can, of course, do that, but I do think he needs to know. I'm going to confidentially send you something he's texting me and Jamie on the side just to arm you before this call. I think you guys need to be tough and show the strength of what you guys can do in these scenarios. He wants to feel like she can be burned or buried. I thought it was February, but it was actually August. Of course, but when we send over documents, we can't send over the work we will or could do because that could get us in a lot of trouble. From Melissa to Jennifer, we can't write it down to him. We can't write down, we will destroy her. We will go do this. We will do this. We will do this. We will do this. Then from Jennifer Abel to Melissa Nathan, of course not. But I told him that's the point of talking through. Okay. So this is showing that his PR people were talking about, the things that they would do. She's trying to claim that this is proof of a smear campaign. And then she will later say, oh, but just everything magically that they wanted to happen just happened naturally. Like, oh my God, really? Oh, wait, it's my fucking thing pushed over. Let me see. Okay. Then from Melissa to Jennifer, he has to look at it as an information document for us to be armed with. That's all. Imagine if a document saying all the things that he wants ends up in the wrong hands. Okay. Miss Nathan followed this by assuring Miss Abel, we can bury anyone, but I can't write that to him. Okay, so this is Justin. This looks like Halle Bieber. This is what we would need. Yes, I literally just spoke to Melissa about this on the break, about what we discussed last night for social and digital. Focus on Reddit, TikTok, IG. Okay. So then Jennifer Abel from Redacted to Jennifer. Hi, team. Is this supposed to be from Justin? On August 10th, the day after release of the film, Miss Nathan's team reported that they had, quote, started to see a shift on social due largely to Jed and his team's efforts to shift the narrative against Miss Lively. Hi, team. So far, extremely limited pickup on Daily Mail or Page 6. We'll continue to keep an eye out and send pieces as needed, but so far it's been steady coverage on pure speculation. We've also started to see a shift on social due largely to Jed and his team's efforts to shift the narrative towards shining a spotlight on Blake and Ryan. Again, we'll continue to send links and screenshots, but wanted to send an update in the meantime. Okay, that was October. There's where I got confused because it was like European date format, and then I realized it was all happening in August, not February and October. From Melissa Nathan to Jennifer Abel, the majority of socials are so pro Justin, and I don't even agree with half of them, lol. From Melissa to Jen, and socials are really, really ramping up in his favor. She must be furious. From Melissa to Jen, it's actually sad because it just shows you have people really want to hate on women. So, so wait, this is evidence that they smeared her? There's like sad. Okay. Okay. All right. Jennifer Abel to Melissa on August 10th, 2024. I know it is sad, but exactly. Jennifer to Melissa. But then, like, don't be a cunt. Exactly. You're only proving your own. Girl, I know you. I know you fucking this is the evidence that they're like, oh my god, it's so pro Justin. Even I don't even agree with it all. And it's sad people want to hate on women, but then like, don't be a cunt. Oh yes, that's the whole fucking point, Blake. Then don't be a cunt. Exactly. From Jennifer Abel to Melissa Nathan. She fucked herself by doing the unfollow thing and insisting no photos together. So she fucked herself. So you're showing that the PR people are basically saying you're a cunt. You fucked yourself by your own behavior. Okay. That is crazy to me. Okay. So now this is 15/8. So this is, here's where I realized the date format was European and I was off. September 15th. This looks like a European format where it's the day, the month, the year, instead of US where it's the month, the day, the year. Wait, so is this August 10th? Yeah, August 12th. Okay. I guess reading it does help a little bit. Okay, so it's backwards. Okay. So August 15th from Melissa to Jen. Jen, this went so well. I'm fucking dying. I have to call you later in a bit and tell you how this went. It was genius. From Melissa to Jen. So, okay, we have the four majors standing down on HR complaint. I think we are fine on that bit. Okay. As their own words reveal, the purpose of this, quote, social manipulation, unquote, plan, is end quote. I don't like saying unquote. I like saying end quote, which I feel like is the appropriate thing. Anyway, it was twofold. It aimed to both A, conceal the pattern of harassment and other misconduct by Mr. Baldoni, Mr. Heath, and Wayfarer, and B, to retaliate against Miss Lively by battering her image, harming her businesses, and causing her and her family severe emotional harm. Yeah, right, bitch. Millions of people, including many reporters and influencers, saw these planted stories. Girl, it wasn't planted. We fucking hate you because you're a cunt, and that's why you're awful. Like, everybody can see it except for the one or two people online who obviously are afflicted with whatever you're afflicted with. Justin. Okay, thank you. Who is this to? Justin to who? Let's see. Maybe it says who's this supposed to be to. No? Okay, thank you. Yeah, I just know her personality, and this is the kind of person that genuinely believes she's right and that all of this is unjust. She fully does. I know it. So these people seek, quote, justice at any costs. That's why I just have a hard time believing she's done, but trusting you and grateful for you. And then whoever that was hearted it. She looks abominable. If she does anything against you, she knows it. And then a bunch of red hearts. Again, similarly, in my opinion, to the Johnny Depp text that they tried to make seem so awful. when you find out the context of what he was going through because of her, it's not hard to see why these people would be saying these things. The thing that's so insane is that they are trying to make people believe that nobody organically reacted to her, her interviews, her wardrobe choices, the way she spoke, the way she didn't speak, the things she did, the things she didn't do, the way she overtook interviews, the way she made it all about her, the way it was supposed to be bring your florals and bring your girlfriends and it's all light and haha rom-com. And how did Justin make her do that? How did Justin make her say those things and promote her personal brands? How did he force her to do that? How did he get the world to turn on her for her own behavior? Yeah, really? The irony of Mr. Baldoni's response to Miss Lively speaking out is that his own publicist and co-defendant Jennifer Abel expressed her own dislike for Mr. Baldoni, declaring, quote, "I can't stand him, he's so pompous," and predicted that he would seek to blame others if necessary to protect himself. On January 14th, 2024, Miss Abel wrote that, quote, "He doesn't need a retreat. He needs to be humbled. When this movie flops, he's going to try to blame every person around him for it," end quote. She continued in another message. He may, from Jennifer Abel to redacted, he may fire us because even if we put together an amazing campaign, it's not going to change the fact that he's so unlikable and unrealistic as a leading man. There's no chemistry with him and Blake. You and I both know that. She will be resistant to promote this movie, and press will be reluctant to do anything with Justin without Blake being part of it. So those are my thoughts. Okay, so she's a bitch. I don't know, like that's a mean thing to say. Where's this text? Where's the "I can't stand him, he's so pompous"? So this is from, now we're going back in time. So now we're back to January. Okay, so I don't know exactly how we're supposed to know who you're talking about, but okay. So she's talking about another female cast member who's unnamed. Where is she? What? Like, okay. Baldoni Wayfarer-led takedown of Miss Lively was the intended result of a carefully crafted, coordinated, resource retaliatory scheme to silence her and others from speaking out on the hostile environment that Mr. Baldoni and Heath created. It was not only unconscionable, but a breach of contract, but also illegal under both state and federal law. Really? Why didn't you actually do anything about it? You're so I don't. She tries to act. She at some point in here she says that she went to Sony and they were like, "Nah, dog, you got to go to him." Really? So Sony, who's supposed to be distributing this movie, was told that she was being sexually harassed, engaged in inappropriate and unwelcome behavior. And they say, "Oh, go speak to your harasser." That is not believable. Why isn't she suing Sony? Okay, here's a little clip of the scene in the script specifically described dancing without dialogue and did not include any intimate conduct or kissing. And guess what? He did not kiss you, did he? No. Exterior bar night. Lily and Ryle slow dance in the bar. Patrons around them drinking and watching sports completely in their own world. Okay, she's saying he didn't provide an intimacy coordinator. She's trying to say the fact that she varied kisses and another thing was fine. It's fine. It's fine if I do it. It's very double standard. When I do it, it's okay. When he does it, it's not okay. Miss Lively even referred to Mr. Baldoni as a, quote, sociopath at one point during the exchange. Notwithstanding Miss Lively's attempt at humor and levity, in her words, actions, and body language all evince her lack of consent. Evince? When Miss Lively later objected to this behavior, Mr. Baldoni's response was, "I'm not even attracted to you." It's so unbelievable. Like, he's not advancing. His unwanted advances? Is that what she said? Like, bitch, you called him a sociopath because he wanted you to stop talking. and you said, me and Ryan, we don't stop talking. And he's like, yeah, I know that's cute. But like me and my wife, we can stare into each other's eyes. In other words, shut the fuck up, girl. I'm trying to fucking direct you and you're telling me what you want it to be. Like, he's not hitting on you. You're supposed to be acting in a scene. If you're incapable of doing what you were hired to do within the bounds of professionalism, which we all saw happening clearly on that tape, then you shouldn't be acting. And the fact is, like, I don't believe this for a second. There's no way. Justin Baldoni, have you ever heard him speak ever? There's no way he said that to you. Why wasn't it on the tape? You thought you weren't being taped. That's why you were comfortable saying all that shit you were saying, trying to get him, trying to direct him, trying to tell him what to do, trying to tell him where to stand, telling him to get a nose job, girl. And you didn't realize that was being recorded. But yet somehow it's his fault. And he said this completely out of character thing that just happened to not be caught on tape. Okay. Sure, Jan. More narrative. Okay. This is another scene. Okay. Where's the actual, I mean, so there's a couple of bad sounding texts from his PR person. Page 36. Like I said, I'm just this video. I am okay. So here's not a screenshot, not metadata. What is this supposed to be? Oh, right. This is Miss Lively initially struggled to find a way to navigate the increasingly troubling behavior to which she was subjected to on set on or about May 23rd, 2023. During a particularly difficult day on set, she and a female cast member, unnamed Ghost, talked to each other about how uncomfortable they were both feeling. That same cast member later reached out to Miss Lively by text to express appreciation and relief to be able to commiserate about, be miserable about their shared experiences. Where's the text? This is not a text. Miss Lively, upset with the inappropriate working conditions to which they were both being subjected, thanked her for all her support in speaking up, writing. Oh, this is her. It's not even a text from her. Okay. Quote, thank you for taking the time to say this and also for taking the time at your lunch. I felt untethered today. Wait, who wrote this? This is supposedly Blake? I'm sorry for what you've experienced and I wish I could have been there to witness it for you. What? And not that you need me to. So you didn't witness it. She didn't witness you or you didn't witness her. Okay. But I sure would have loved to run my mouth about it. Thank you for not only witnessing me, but for coming in with such eloquent and safe backup. You were able to be bold without being inflammatory, which is such a tight rope, and I really appreciate it. Like, what? This just sounds self-serving. Like, where's the facts, bitch? Where's the, what did we say? Receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, fucking everything. Yeah, where is it? Where is it? Because I don't see it here. I don't see it. Let's see. From Ange Giannetti to redacted, but it says B. I will say what I did want to review, discuss feels very, very small in light of today's news. I'm so sorry. Calling you in moments. So this was May 26th of 23. Now we're okay. In that conversation, Miss, can you see this shit? See, I want it to be big so you can see. In that conversation with Miss Giannetti on May 26th of 2023, Miss Lively told her that she wanted to file an HR complaint about both Mr. Baldoni and Mr. Heath's misconduct. Although she was sympathetic, Miss Giannetti told Miss Lively that Sony, as the distributor of the film, was not empowered to oversee physical production, which included Mr. Baldoni and Mr. Heath's behavior on set, and that such concerns must be raised with Wayfarer, the studio responsible for the production. Miss Lively was concerned with this response because Mr. Baldoni and Mr. Heath were the chairman and CEO of Wayfarer, and Mr. Baldoni was the director of the film. Miss Lively did not believe that either Mr. Baldoni or Mr. Heath would investigate their own alleged misconduct, and that belief was proven by subsequent events. Right, so we're supposed to believe that Blake Lively, a multi-millionaire, powerful, rich, influential, with a much richer husband. Her husband has hundreds of millions of dollars. He's a powerful, influential person in Hollywood in the exact industry where she works. He was so powerful, in fact, that he was able to swoop in and write for a film, secretly, invisibly working on a film that he had nothing to do with and should have had been nowhere near. She doesn't have an agent. She doesn't have a manager. She doesn't have a lawyer. She doesn't have an attorney. She doesn't have resources. She doesn't have a way to get resources. You're telling me that Sony told you no and you're not suing Sony? Not believable. Not believable. And again, what the fuck are these, like, she called her, so what'd she say? We don't know. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling for evidence. Okay. Here we go. On December 4th, 2023, Ange Giannetti reached out to Miss Lively to acknowledge that Miss Lively's experience on set had been, quote, beyond challenging, end quote, and to reiterate her own and Sony's support for Miss Lively and her relief that Todd Black, who was brought in to oversee the safety of the cast and crew, was now on board. She stated, so glad Todd Black is now in it and overseeing everything, but wanted to check in, offer anything I can. I know this has been beyond challenging, to say the least. We at the studio want to support you best we can. And there was this footnote. That loan out agreement contains an express choice of law provision in which the parties selected California law to govern issues respecting issues going to the contract's validity, interpretation, performance, and any other dispute arising from the services contemplated in the agreement. From Ange Giannetti to blank bitch owner, and this has got to be November 29th of 2023. And this looks like December 4th. Hi, Blake, it's Ange. Okay, so we know why would you black it out, but whatever. Okay. I just tried your cell a few times, but call wouldn't go through. So glad Todd. So she's trying to reach you and you won't pick up. Okay. So glad Todd is in it now and overseeing everything, but wanted to check in, offer anything I can. I know this has been beyond challenging, to say the least. We at the studio want to support you best we can. I will be on set for majority of shoot, other than a few days around the long MLK weekend when I have to be in LA for some doctor's appointments with my son. Let me know if there's a good time to try you. Ange. Number 153. The all hands in-person meeting provided for in the contract rider occurred on January 4th, 2024, before production resumed as described above. The meeting was not an ambush, nor was it a surprise. It was precisely the meeting called for under the contract rider. The meeting was attended by Mr. Baldoni, Mr. Heath, producer Alex Sachs, producer Todd Black, and Sony's Ange Giannetti, as well as Miss Lively and her husband, who attended at Miss Lively's request as another designated representative as provided for in the contract, even though he had nothing to do with it, okay, given the subject matter of the meeting. At the January 4th, 2024 meeting, the parties discussed a list of 20 examples of the behaviors that gave rise to the contract rider from her contemporaneous notes. Her notes, these behaviors are listed in full earlier in this complaint in paragraph 3. Okay. They're saying they didn't deny it. They must have been in such shock. Okay, this is from May 17th. Ange to Blake. Hi there. I'm sure Josh is updating you on the huge response to the trailer. 108 million views in 24 hours. Just incredible. But I'm texting to thank you. I know how hard you worked on making that trailer perfect, round after round with creative advertising, and all while you're shooting, working on the cut, mother of four, and on and on and on. Ass kiss, ass kiss, ass kiss. Still a long way till August 9th, but an incredible launch. In other words, let me not fucking rock the boat with this fucking psycho bitch who's been making problems for everyone, everywhere, on every second of everything. Let me just feed her some fucking sugar and get this shit over with. Still a long way till August 9th, but an incredible launch. Fans are so excited, and learned from publisher this AM, Amazon sold 6,000 copies of the book in 12 hours after trailer dropped. A beautiful start, and thank you for making it so, Ange. Okay. On June 19th, 2024, one of the film's producers described Miss Lively's edit of the film as, quote, excellent, in all caps, and her work as truly beautiful. Blake, where's the results of the test screening of your version and Justin's version? Okay. Change to Blake. August 11th, 2024. Blake, $50 million. Your blood, sweat, tears, brilliant, smarts, heart, and soul in every single frame. My God, it's incredible. Thank you 50 million times, and it's only Sat 9th. Okay, like what are they supposed to do? They literally, and they obviously were bowing down to her a lot. Justin Baldoni, August 5th, 2024. Well, if you decide to change your mind last minute, oh my God, this part shocked the fuck out of me. The nerve of her. 166. The story Mr. Baldoni and the Wayfarer parties have told since Miss Lively filed her opening complaint is completely at odds with their behavior when trying to produce and market the film. Before Miss Lively sued, Mr. Baldoni and the Wayfarer parties were perfectly happy to exploit Miss Lively's star power, as well as her access to A-level filmmakers, editors, and more. Really, they were perfectly happy to exploit that when she fired their fucking people they hired and wanted and swooped in and replaced everybody without them wanting to, but they did because she was a fucking bully? Wow, you sick bitch. And notwithstanding their complaints today that Miss Lively supposedly seized control of Mr. Baldoni's film, that did not stop Mr. Baldoni from proudly marketing the film as his work on release. You sick bitch. You fucking seized control and tried to take over every aspect, but yet it was his film that he had worked on for 5 years and was directing and acting in. And you are mad. You're mad that he proudly marketed the film as his work, which it was? You sick psycho cunt. Indeed, although Mr. Baldoni privately confessed that he did not even see the final cut of the film until the premiere, he repeatedly and publicly took credit for the film, while Miss Lively generally downplayed her contributions. Who is going to believe you? Well, if you decide to change your mind last minute, let me know and let's figure it out together. I'm going to be there. That's just different timing and holding areas in theaters and all the things you can imagine. It's still our film. Editor number 2. It would be very hard for me to sit and watch the, quote, final film for the first time at the premiere. Just cheer for us when our names come up. Sending all love. Okay, yeah, I haven't seen it either. She fucking hijacked the editing. She stole it. She literally admits on a fucking panel on a video. I wasn't supposed to. I was only supposed to show 20 minutes, but I smuggled the DVD in a folder on the plane, even though they told me not to. And now you're trying to claim the fact that you stole his shit. How dare he proudly market the film as his own work? I stole it from him, and he had the nerve to fucking claim it was his? And he hadn't even seen it. I didn't even let him see the edit, and he had the nerve to still claim it was his after he poured his heart, soul, passion, and hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars into making this film.
Brandon hasn't seen it, so we're going to sit through it.
But
and just know, it's literally, this is not a bit. It's literally not.
I'll kind of break down why this is sort of a really bad idea.
Brandon hasn't seen it, so we're gonna sit through it.
But
And just
listen,
know, it's literally, this is not a bit. It's literally not done. So to be honest, what really happened is we were like, we're gonna show the movie in the studios, sit through it.
but
And just
listen,
know, it's literally, this is not a bit. It's literally not done. So to be honest, what really happened is we were like, we're gonna show the movie, and the studio was like, no, you're gonna show 20 minutes. So we're like, no, we're gonna show the movie. And they're like, it's not done. And I was like, they don't fucking care. It's true.
All right, so there it is. And by the way, Blake Lively, I'm going to compliment her a few times. Oh, don't get all upset. Dave's on Team Blake. I'm going to compliment her. She has the itch that works well with comedy, which is you have to say what you're thinking. But that itch works against her while she's incriminating herself. So she goes, okay, I'm going to be honest with you. And it's like, hello, you're online now. You're on candid camera for my boomers out there. Let's keep on going.
They're like, if everything's not perfect and it's not done, and what if we're going to change things? I was like, these are the people who authored the success of the book. Like, you guys are what matter, and you guys seeing the movie is so important to us. So
She's stealing the movie from the director, and the author of the book is sitting there saying, yeah, this is cool. That's what I'm okay with.
But this is a terrible idea for so many reasons. If the movie's not done, it might not hit the tone you want and it's not a test audience. In a test audience, you sign who's going to be there. If something leaks out, no cameras. It's very, very secured. In this clip, imagine if someone got a copy of something that wasn't done and it went viral and everyone thought the movie sucked. There's a lot of ways this can go wrong and almost no ways in which this can go right. But Blake, like anybody who gets a new gift, wants to wear it. You ever have Christmas, you get a new gift, you're like, I gotta wear that right now. She's so excited, she's got the dopamine, and she says, I want to share it. I get that idea. This is why the studio comes in and says, no, you can't do this.
it is an early cut, and we're so excited, and busing 2,000 people to a movie theater sounds like a chaotic nightmare. So I just need you all to be excited and patient. This is a huge honor. This early, so we want it to go well.
I literally brought the movie with me on the airplane. I have a folder with a disc, a hard drive.
I love it. Yes.
No, yeah, and the other thing is I have the cutest jeans ever that I'm wearing tomorrow night. Also not sponsored, but they're really, really cute, and they've got flowers on them, and they're cut out. And then Colleen saw my jeans, and then she was inspired because she loves me, and she got these cute flower jeans, and I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna be jean influencers. So
I don't mind it. I don't mind. I don't mind. Yeah. So she wants to wear $19,000 jeans.
Well, I don't know if he's being sarcastic, but I definitely don't agree with that. And I think it's absurd and ridiculous. And I think it's a goddamn shame that Colleen, in my opinion, allegedly speculation, that she basically, I think she saw stars in her eyes and dollar signs in her bank account, and she was like, fuck Justin Baldoni, I'm on board with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Oh hell, it's to the let them have it all, because they've got the money and they've got the power. So what? Justin had the passion and the whole entire purpose. He came to me. If it wasn't for him, this might not even be happening, and that's okay, because he ain't shit, and I'm gonna just throw him under the bus. Gus, slip out the back. Jack,
get a new movie, Stan. Get a new plan.
So let's see. So wait, let me get this straight. She's proudly announcing that she stole the movie. She wasn't supposed to take it. It's not even finished. She took it anyway. And after she discloses that, confesses that, reveals that, she then starts talking about the jeans that she's going to wear, and that Colleen got jeans like it because she loves her, and they're going to be jean
Influencers.
So this is about the jeans. She's more excited and focused about the jeans than talking what the movie's about that she fucking stole and has the disc, like a hard drive. No, yeah, it's in a folder. Really. This is not a bit. This is not a bit. I stole the fucking movie. I stole it. Like literally, figuratively, financially, director wise,
Spiritually, purpose wise, passion.
the wardrobe, the music, the script. But I wasn't granted these rights because I'm so talented and they just couldn't live without all my input. This wasn't a collaboration because they wanted me to do all this. I fucking stole it. I usurped it. I yeeted them. And I'm so proud about it, admitting it on air, live. So you guys can see what a liar I am. This and the Forbes article, interview where she admitted to having ulterior motives when she goes in on a project and she pretends she just wants to be the actor, but she doesn't really want to just stand on a pink little sticker and be cute and just be a yes man. And she needs authorship to feel fulfilled, and it's all about her and her level of fulfillment, not contracts or what's right or what you were hired to do or what other people were hired to do or any of that jazz, or what the studio tells you. And honestly, I can't wait to hear what these so-called other witnesses and so-called people who she spoke to have to say about it all.
I don't know the exact amounts, but I also believe that Blake Lively was paid about $3 million for her role, where Justin Baldoni was paid $320,000, a gigantically significant less amount.
Guys.
Sometimes I would have people who really resented that because they were like, we just hired you to be an actor. Yet when I went in the meetings, I would just seem like I'm just there to be the actor and ready to get the gig. I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So I think that for them, sometimes that might have felt like a rug pull because you're like, you're trying to assert yourself into something that we didn't hire you to do. So there are moments, it's just as important to say, okay, I believe in this, and that's why I'm standing up for it, and that's why I'm not being difficult. And then there are other moments to go like, am I the asshole in the room? Like, what is happening here? I think it's about being upfront about like knowing what you actually need versus just like trying to get the job. And then, once you're in it, sort of revealing the scope of your sort of needs to be, fulfilled.
Yes, Blake, you are the asshole. They would get so mad at me that I would just go in as an actor saying that's all I want to do, but then I go and steal their whole entire movie. Like, why are you guys mad at that? The entitlement. Like, I am just so disgusted by this. And Kirsty Flock, who was the interviewer, remember this interview, guys? Where Blake Lively was beyond rude to her? She posted this clip on her YouTube, and when I saw it, I was just like, jaw dropped. But not really. I shouldn't even be surprised. Hey, Blake, if you want so much... If only Justin Baldoni had seen this clip of Blake Lively before casting her, it could have saved him a lot of trouble.
167 at the top of page 57. The irony of Wayfarer's complaints should be lost on no one. It is Mr. Sorowitz, Mr. Baldoni, and Mr. Heath that have reaped the greatest financial benefits from Miss Lively's hard work, about which they now complain. The film quickly became Wayfarer's most lucrative project, to the record-breaking tune of over $350 million. Reveling in the financial success of the film, they now incredibly accuse Miss Lively of hijacking. Mr. Sorowitz boasted in one interview that the film was, quote, #1 in the country, quote, as of August 13th, 2024. When one interviewer congratulated Mr. Sorowitz on the film's impressive $50 million opening weekend, Mr. Sorowitz responded that the film had actually grossed $80 million worldwide, about 2.5 times what Wayfarer expected, remarking, "We're thrilled with that. How dare they? How dare they be thrilled and talk about the movie that they fucking worked on for all this time? I stole it from them. How dare they talk about it? How dare they be glad that what they did actually profited? How dare they? It was all me. I'm the reason it profited, not them. It wouldn't have made way more money if I had let the better version and the actual director and the actual editors edit the actual film and the actual screenwriter write the actual script. No, it wouldn't have done better.
She hadn't gone over budget hundreds of thousands of dollars on the wardrobe. She forced them to change.
She is so insane. Okay, here's one. Where's the screenshot? Let's see. 169, end of page 54.
Not to be outdone, Mr. Sorowitz loudly promoted the film and its box office successes, all while financing defendants' efforts to, quote, destroy Miss Lively and her family, even though the film had turned out very well and Wayfair had made a lot of money. I mean, come on. On it, in late August of 2024, Mr. Sorowitz confessed to a third party that if Miss Lively or Mr. Reynolds, quote, he confessed to a third party. Okay, who, when, where, how? Is it a text? Was it just spoken in the air? Or is it a video? Is there proof? Ever cross the line? Ever? Then I will go after them. So wait, he says, if Miss Lively or Mr. Reynolds, quote, ever cross the line, ever, then I will go after them. As he should, he declared, quote, I will protect the studio like Israel protected itself from Hamas. There were 39,000 dead bodies. There will be 2 dead bodies when I'm done, minimum. Not dead, but you're dead to me. So that kind of dead, but dead to a lot of people. If they ever get to that point, then I'll make it worth their while because I'm going to spend a lot of money to make sure the studio is protected. End quote. He made this disturbing pledge after divulging to another individual at the film's New York premiere that he was prepared to spend $100 million to ruin the lives of Miss Lively and her family. This is not evidence, honey. Not at all. Some words somebody claimed. Okay. Then they talk about how they're trying to sell, your florals and shit, right? That's why everybody fucking hated you. From Justin to Jennifer A. Bell on, let's see, when did they say this is from? I guess this is August. I don't know. August. Okay. August 8th. Hey, just landed. What is the TikTok strategy? I'd like you guys to start posting me only talking about domestic violence in clips and why this movie is so important. Good for you, Justin. Somebody needed to do it. From Jennifer A. Bell. It doesn't feel performative now that you've done major substantial press on the topic. True. Because he's literally dedicated his life to that. So it doesn't feel performative. It feels genuine. From Jennifer A. Bell to Justin Baldoni to Jamie Heath to redacted. This is August 11th. Theater surprise, and then I think Survivor content first thing tomorrow a.m., which then will be helpful for the news cycle. And then from Justin to Jennifer A. Bell, August 9th. Also, I need you guys to really be on all the stories I'm tagged in. I think you should let all people DM me so you can see people's reactions to film, and I can be reposting everything. These next 36 hours are crucial, and I think we need to be on it. Looking at everything, finding the most emotional and touching content from survivors supporting this film and reposting. Need you to be finding survivors sharing their stories and amplifying them on my page and TikTok. How dare he? How dare he promote the survivors who supported the film? How dare he look for the exact people who he wanted to touch to promote the film and show that the film that he wanted to make to help survivors and to encourage people to become survivors instead of victims. And they talked about how the film touched them in the exact way that he intended. How dare he do that? The nerve of that man to give a fuck about domestic abuse survivors. From Justin to Jennifer A. Bell on June 24th. Hey guys, so we're jumping around. Hey guys, one thing I think I want to do is the Dr. Amen show. Matt, I know you have your feelings about it, but his practice saved my friend Miranda's life a few months ago. With everything going on, I want to have an offensive move showing my neurodivergence and some of the attributes that come with it so that I can start talking about it. Most anything that I've been accused of is social awkwardness and impulsive speech. And I think me sitting down with him and just looking at my brain and talking about some of these things will be helpful for me. Okay. That sounds real terrible. Jennifer A. Bell and Jamie Heath. Again, this is when? This is August 2024. Thanks for the call. Confidentially, I'm out to dinner with a friend of 12 plus years who writes for People Magazine, Fox News, In Touch, US Weekly, and she is fully briefed on the situation and is armed and ready to take this story of Blake weaponizing feminism to any of our outlets the minute we give her the green light. She hates Blake, has heard this story before, and will do anything for us, just FYI. I know we're supposed to be hating on that, but sounds like a fucking hero to me, because we all fucking hate Blake. Because she's a fucking lying bitch. We don't like lying bitches, you know? Like, it's not okay to be a lying bitch. It's just not okay. It's absolutely not okay. So, I know a lot of people were like, a lot of people skipped it because they said they already read it, but I didn't. I never read her first complaint that much. I just listened to a few people. From Jennifer to Melissa, you can of course do that, but I do think he needs to know. I'm going to confidentially send you something he's texting me and Jamie on the side just to arm you before all. Okay, I think we already read that. Like literally just here. Jennifer to Melissa, I'm having reckless thoughts of wanting to plant pieces this week of how horrible Blake is to work with just to get ahead of it. She's putting us through hell. Same. I'm already off the records. I am I already off the record. Spoke to the editor, Daily Mail, because she's my friend. Oh. Am I already off? She's ready when we are. Okay. From Melissa to Jennifer and Jamie, I guess. Hey, Jamie, Jen, so incredibly glad that the press went so well today. And from what I know, Justin felt incredibly supported. He is lucky to have you all. We took the day today. We took the day today to do some research and get digital quotes in from 2 teams we use that get the best results. As you are both aware, we are in a predicament that we just do not know the outcome of right now. Saying that, full transparency is key here. We have seen the most innocuous issues turn giant due to socials, or the hugest crises have no effects on social whatsoever. You just cannot tell at this stage. But Blake Lively does have some of the Taylor Swift fan base, so we will be taking it extremely seriously. We also understand audience is not solely Justin Baldoni fan base, but the studio, so it is covering all bases time. Quote, 175K. This will be for a 3 to 4 month period and includes website to discuss, full Reddit, full social account takedowns, full social crisis team on hand for anything, engage with audiences in the right way, start threads of theories to discuss. This is the way to be fully 100% protected. Quote, 25K per month with minimum 3 months as it needs to seed, same as above. This will be for creation of social fan engagement to go back and forth with any negative accounts, helping to change narrative and stay on track. Okay, I mean, it just sounds like a plan. All of this will be most importantly untraceable. There's a lot more to both of these quotes, but easier to discuss via phone in terms of capabilities and what I have personally experienced in and out of crisis scenarios. The whole thing is showing. Either way, I do feel it is better to be safe, but I do realize costs are something I am sure you did not count on when you took on this project nor this situation. Let me know when you would like to discuss more around on PT tomorrow. Wow. On August 7th, 2024, Miss Abella and Miss Nathan reviewed and referred to their shared work on behalf of Mr. Baldoni and Wayfair as a social combat plan. From Jen to Melissa, I think we really need to put the social combat plan then into motion. So do I. All right, let's get to the fucking meat. Can I start a signal thread?
All of this could have been in response to the smear campaign and the lies that Blake Lively had started, and he needed to do something.
With Yumi and Jed, just in case you need him to connect you to Brian because they're very close. Okay, this is supposed to be some Celebrite. The same day, TAG indicated their intent to leverage social to kill quiet media coverage regarding public suspicions relating to Mr. Baldoni's disconnect. So it sounds to me that they were concerned because it was all of the fucking backlash that was happening because of Blake, and they were trying to get it under control. Thanks, Katie, for just for clarity. We understand. Does this cover your initial fee plus what we discussed in terms of social media mitigation and proactive fan posting to counter the narrative, or is this in addition to the 15K previously agreed upon? Something for tag does not include what we discussed with MN earlier regarding social manipulation from the separate teams based in Hawaii. In short, the total fee incurred by Wayfarer 30K, or is there more required to ensure we are properly photo extraction? Okay. I'm so sorry. I'm in morning press from 300 something. All right. From somebody to Jennifer. You guys will love this. It's a TikTok basically saying that Blake needs to divorce Ryan because he's made her into a meme. He's ruining her biggest movie of the year, forcing her to ostracize Justin, rewriting the script, etc. Okay? We're crushing it on Reddit, Jed. I can tell you've done a lot of work here, from Jennifer to Melissa. Nothing about being unsafe, fat comments, sexual. Okay? Thank fucking God. Melissa to Jen, Baja needs to be out, and mostly the misogynistic. Okay. So are we in the clear now? Did we survive? We survived. All press is so overwhelming. We've confused people, so much mixed messaging. It's actually really funny if you think about it. I really think the worst is over. I do think the next few months definitely will be a tiny bit bumpy, but not canceled. Hi, team. So far, this is from Blank to Jen. Hi, team. So far, extremely limited pickup on Daily Met. We already read that. Ha, this is from Jen to Melissa. Yes, I had some people text me too, and I just didn't respond. The narrative online is so freaking good, and fans are still sticking up for Justin, and there literally has been no pickup of those two articles, which is actually shocking to me, but I see this as a total success, as does Justin. You did amazing work. Narrative is crazy good, so did you. The majority of socials are so pro Justin, and I don't even agree with half of them, lol. Okay, so we already read this. So this girl is claiming that Justin invited her up to his hotel room years later. I didn't want to share the vid, but Blank did a screen record, and this is her account, so you guys can look at it. Part of me wants redacted his former assistant to comment and say this never happened. Ridiculous. And then let us chat to Jed as well. Okay, where's the evidence of that? From Justin to Jennifer. Hey, tag team. I've been seeing some IG comments on random posts defending me by people who are private with no followers and they feel like bots. Can you please confirm we are not doing any of that? I really don't want bots defending me as it feeds into their potential narrative. Okay, that sounds good. Then Melissa to Jen. I can fully confirm we do not have bots. This is not also what we do. Bots look fake to anyone. The other team is doing something very specific in terms of what they do. I know Jamie and Jed connected on this. Bots and fan accounts also run pretty organically, but now with all the AI platforms and Google Analytics itself, there's no bot army. That's a myth these days. Any digital team these days are far more intelligent to utilize something so obvious. Okay. It wasn't bots, it was real people. Hey guys, read the TMZ thing. The HR complaints or understanding is that 2 were from Blake, and blank read the sexy comment. Is that the additional one from blank? Read the thing with Jamie in her apartment in NYC. Just want to clarify. Jen to Melissa. I think we need to position it as claims that are already out there about the kiss and the weight comment. Okay. From Justin to Melissa and Jen, no worries. Quickly, my partner Steve asked about flipping the narrative from this leak this AM about Ryan saying script was a disaster, that he saved the movie. Just something about Ryan claiming the female hired was feminist writer, didn't know how to tackle a female film, etc., using their own words against them. Okay. Well, is it wrong of me to read that as using their own words against them would mean that this is their own words? That's what it sounds like to me. Okay, and here's a picture and some tiny text. Somebody, okay. Leslie, hi, it's Les, just checking in to tell you I'm thinking about you, B, and the family. Hugs to all XX. Thank you. This is the craziest thing I've ever witnessed in my life, but it will be resolved. So sorry to bother you, but this is clogging my inbox. I'm not answering. Blake's Lively's brother-in-law, Bart, defend. Her. Okay, thanks for sending. But he has since vaguely apologized. Thanks for sending. It's imperative we stay silent on everything and speak to nobody, as mentioned in Denmark before Blake's premiere, to not talk to anyone about any of these attacks on Blake. Just making sure you haven't done that at any point. I think this is sweet. Bart said this, but the only thing to do is remain quiet for now. I have not per your instructions. Okay. From B owner to Ange. That was Blake before. Is this her again? Thank you for the notes. I appreciate it. We'll get a 5. I'm possessed. This was a horrifying school, and the only way for me to make peace with that was the work and the success of the film. And everyone rallied behind that in the end, and I'm so grateful for everyone's hard work, yours included. I don't know who this is. Is this Justin? I couldn't be happier with how it turned out, the film, the reception. I was sitting here today thinking about that first call in December of 2022. Thank you for reaching out to Warren and bringing me into this film. I wouldn't have done it if I had known what it would have been like and what a loss that would have been in the long run. You know what they say, what doesn't kill you makes you 50 million opening weekend. Anyway, self-serving, whatever. 286, this is page 94 of 142. On the same day, okay, shit. Thank you for the notes. Okay. Also on August 11, 2024, Miss Lively received a message from another cast member making observations regarding the evident smear campaign against Miss Lively, and the cast was, quote, insane. Miss Lively responded, yeah, I'm legitimately depressed and heartbroken, like an immense amount of pain. I'm sorry, yeah, it's being aimed at all of us, you included, yeah. Wow, what it sounds like to me is that the backlash she got about all her terrible promotions and campaigning and self-promoting, and she tried to turn around and say it was about everybody when it was really all about her. On the same day, Miss Lively reached out to film's screenwriter Christy Hall after she was questioned about an impromptu comment Miss Lively made about Mr. Reynolds' input on the rooftop scene of the film that he wasn't supposed to do, and she fucking lied and said it was her, and it was very weird and creepy. Miss Lively expressed a heartfelt apology that her comment resulted in questions to Miss Hall, which Miss Hall graciously accepted, sharing that she did not take Miss Lively's comment personally. At this same time, Mr. Baldoni and Mr. Sorowitz were scheming with their crisis PR team to find a way to exploit this moment to flip the narrative and paint Mr. Reynolds as anti-feminist. Wow. This isn't evidence, Blake. This is not evidence. Well, I'm sorry. This is evidence. This is evidence of you being a horrific person. A very, very bad person. Let me see if I can get it a little bigger. All right, this is as close in as I can get. Kind of think this looks like a giant penis, but anyway. I'm going to read it. Sunday, August 11th, 2024, to Christy Hall. Subject from Blake. Hey, Christy. I hope you're enjoying the immense success of this weekend and for what it means for stories about women by women in film, because it's by her. I guess it's by her and by Christy is what she's trying to say. Okay. I heard you were ambushed at your junket with a question about something I said on the red carpet. I feel awful. I would have never said anything that I thought could have been used against you or anyone. I was just proud of my partner and feeling grateful for the ways in which he shows up for me. I believe firmly that two things can be true. In this case, he can show up for me and do great work doing so, and you can do great work, which got us all here. But the media will make things more black and white. And I should have seen that before speaking off the cuff. You should have seen that before you told a reporter that your husband wrote a scene for the movie that he had no business in. And you had no concept that that might impact the screenwriter of the movie. I was frazzled for a multitude of reasons that you may know something about.
Or not. I'm not a condescending bitch.
But in that moment, all I was trying to focus on was love and positivity. And the key source of that for me is my family, which is why it was a crutch for me to talk about him. That's my man. I'm going to stick by him. I'm mortified how that translated with regards to you, though. I pride myself in being thoughtful and trying not to step in landmines. But I did. It was such an avoidable own goal. And I'm so sorry for any upset or hurt it may have caused you or left you feeling badly in any way. That was never my intention. I was thinking about audiences loving real life love, and seeing that on screen is inspiring. I should have been holding all of that and you while speaking publicly, and I didn't do that. I'm sorry. I spoke about you during the many days of junkets, but of course, the one that gets shared back to you is the one where I give my husband credit. I spoke about you during the many days of junkets, but of course, the one that gets shared back to you is the one where I give my husband credit for the invisible work he did on this movie. I quite literally could not have gotten through it without him in every way.
But that's not your bag to carry. Yet somehow it was, even if for a moment.
Well, hopefully talk more one day about plenty. What it is to be a woman in this industry is messy and painfully not charted enough. I live in New York and would love to get together anytime. Just let me know. There's so much to say. But none of that is for today. Today is a congratulations, a celebration. And I'm so sorry for any upset I may have caused in an otherwise beautiful moment. Sending you the best. X, Blake. Wow. Page 92. And that's evidence of what? You are an absolute scum. You are the scum of the earth. That's what that's evidence of. And here's more. So at this point, I'm not going to read any further. I just want to see. So that's page 100. I'm just looking. Now, please close your eyes if you get dizzy. Some kind of negative. Okay. Two nasty, entitled, rude cunts who give a fuck about your stupid movie. my God. Well, oh my God, you put that, you dumb bitch. Why is Blake Lively's name placed higher than Anna Kendrick's? Is it also her edit? What? Oh my God. This is the Amber Turd of it all. Instead of taking over other people's instead of taking over other people's project, why don't you create your own project if you want to be project director, producer, wardrobe team, scriptwriter with your own money? This is the most logical cue that I'm asking you. Probably because she doesn't have talent. Why would you want to take over someone's movie? The outfits for It Ends With Us were so out of touch. No thanks. We don't want to watch bullies like Blake. Bye-bye. Girl, you fucking fuck Blake Lively and at Van City Reynolds. They are nothing but Hollywood losers who thought they could bully and hijack somebody's movie. My theory, she wanted to fuck him, but he rejected her, and she didn't like that, and Rye Guy find out, and now they gotta save face because their life ain't perfect. Girl. Yeah, for example, because we fucking got your number. You and your husband are terrible people. It was nauseating to read how you use your talk about own goaling. Talk about own goaling. You are pathetic. I'm just trying to see what else. Well, anybody who would read this and come away with it saying like, oh my God, yeah, look at how he smeared her. I mean, it's obvious to me that they were having huge problems from day one. And it got to the point where he had to hire a team. That's it? He had to hire a team. Oh wait, I needed to delete this one. I have it twice. Oh my God. That's it, guys. That is her fucking amended complaint. That is her so-called evidence. Why won't I? Are you kidding me? That's her timeline, receipts, proof. Her receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots. That's fucking everything? That's fucking everything? I cannot wait to see what Justin's lawyer is going to say. My God. My God. See you next time. Don't forget to hit like, hit share, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification, watch the playlist, return, watch the videos again and again. The videos are very long. There's lots of stuff in there, juicy, juicy stuff. You can come back and rewatch the videos again and again. You can play them in the background while you're working. I can't believe it. Wow. Crazy stuff. Now I just want to do a quick summary of my thoughts. Oh, I thought that would show better. Let's see, maybe lower it because it's darker. Okay. So I will call that Blake Lively's amended complaint, searching for receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, fucking anything. The Amber Turd of it all. Hashtag justice for Justin. I actually wrote justice for justice. Thoughts. They seem to have truly just added random texts without a lot of context required with cherry-picked text, and most of the context seems to be removed. So instead of it being like long screenshots of text and context,
It seems to me it's like just one text and then a bunch of words and then one text. So that feels like it's not really evidence. It's trying to pluck out things that could create a narrative instead of what Justin did, which was to just drop like hundreds of pages of stuff. Okay. Most of the context seems removed and replaced with evidentless claims. So and so said such and such. This other so and so did or said such and such, or texted such and such to so and so. But where is it? Where's all the actual text? Where are the receipts, proof, timeline, screenshots, fucking everything? Even the things that they showed, like the plan that they had, the PR team, Melissa and Jen, and the things that they were saying, to me, it could have easily been a plan to, number one, so let's save the movie. Number two, let's save Justin's reputation from Blake's ongoing obvious smear campaign to try to destroy him and his character. Let's save him. 3, let's save the movie from Blake's sabotage and all of the things that she did that racked up the cost and ruined the fucking purpose and destroyed the all the things that she fucked up, all the money she lost, all the time wasted and the extra money and the over budget in every area. Like, how much did that impact that bottom line, and how much could that have profit have been way higher if they had done it the way Justin had wanted to and not the way she wanted to, spending hundreds and thousands of dollars that they didn't need to spend. 4, it sounds like delusional fantasies patched together. 5, double standards off the chain. 6, hypocrisy. 7, pretending to not have the resources or recourse, as if one Sony rep could simply refuse to take their allegations seriously, and that somebody as rich and powerful and as high and mighty as she thinks of herself, that she would seriously just leave it at that, unless she actually was, everything that she was doing was the smear campaign. Everything that she was doing was to try to create a trail of so-called evidence. And why is her 141 page amended complaint so flimsy on evidence? Because she doesn't have any, in my opinion. She's got cherry plucked text messages trying to frame what I do believe that Justin's team was doing, which was trying to move the narrative away from the smear campaign that her and her team were doing. He wanted to save the movie. He wanted to save his project. Of course he would want to save his own reputation. Anybody would, especially if they're being lied about and defamed. I realized that I didn't read the causes of action in her complaint, but they're all the same as they were before. She's claiming defamation. She's claiming sexual harassment. She's claiming false light. She's claiming, they smeared her. I don't think any of it's true. And I anxiously await the judge's reply and his lawyer's reply. And I think they have a date for Monday the 24th where they're supposed to have another hearing to go over things. Oh, yes. And then there was the ruling that came that there will not, Justin will not be forced to hand over 2.5 years of discovery yet. So it seems like, they didn't say no, it's no forever. It's just no, there's no, in the midst of this amended complaint, and like, we're going to have to see. We're going to have to see what's up. That's what I got from that. All right. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for subscribing, for liking. Oh yeah, I have noticed that like 90%, 92% of the people who are viewing regularly are not subscribed. So why not just subscribe? You're already here. You're already viewing. It's free to subscribe, and it would help my channel out so much. If 90% of the people who are not subscribed are the people who are watching, that means that I could potentially, quadruple easily my subscribers if you just click subscribe. If you'd like to support me further, you can become a member. You can join me on Patreon. But if you want to just subscribe to my channel, it's simply free. And I would love it, and it would mean the world to me. Thank you. See you in the next one. Bye. Bye, my sweet peaches. Ciao. Back to the dark.
Dreamingpeach.com.
Also, did I say, where the hell are the witnesses? It doesn't track to me that he did things to people and they're not suing him. They're not coming forward for their own justice. You're telling me that he mistreated people, he harassed people, he did terrible things to other people, but they have not come forward? They remain unnamed? They haven't stepped out into the light and said, yep, this man did this to me and I deserve justice too. And I'm backing her. I back Blake. In fact, it seems like everybody who backed Blake backed away from her. Isn't that interesting?
CatLoveDreamingPeach.com.